Hi guys, and welcome to Mama's Raising Angels. So today I am doing the 5th day of the flats and hand washing challenge, and that is open topic. So I know this video will be going up late, but I've had some things come up in my personal life, just having guests over and different things, and I've been a little busy. So I'm going to film this today for you because I think that it is important information, and I haven't seen anybody else do this, which doesn't mean they haven't, I just haven't seen it. So without further ado, I'm going to talk about different ways to wash your diapers, because we've seen hand washing and we've seen machine washing, but I don't think that we've seen a lot of other options, and there are some out there in different price ranges. So the first thing I'm going to be talking to you about is a portable washer. Plain and simple, a portable washer. I have one of these. I have a twin tub portable washer. One side washes and one side spins it out so that they're pretty, they're damp, but they're not dripping water anymore, and it wrings them out really well. And you can rinse them out in the spinner. And I really like mine. Mine costs about $100 on Amazon. It works really well. I haven't had any problems with leaking or with leaking. I didn't mean leaking. I mean, I haven't had any problems with leaking, but I haven't had problems with stinks or stains or anything in my diapers. So I highly recommend that. I will put a picture up here, and I will put a link down below to the one I have. Now, the one downside to my washer that I don't really like is that it doesn't have a built-in water pump, like to drain the water, and some of them do. So mine has to be sitting higher than the surface that it's draining into. So I either have to prop mine up or have a low surface so that it can drain. I have a walk-in shower, so it's not an issue now, but it has been in the past. So if I was going to spend money and I had some extra money that I could spend on this portable washer, I would probably go with this next one that I'm going to mention, and that is the Della Portable Mini Compact Twin Tub with a drain pump. And it costs about $160 on Amazon, but if you don't want to deal with having to prop up your washer, if you just want to put it on the floor in front of your sink so you can put your water in from the sink and drain it out into a bucket or the tub sitting next to it, whatever, the drain pump is really good because instead of working with gravity, it pushes it up and out. So if I had to go back and buy another one, I think I would probably buy one with a built-in drain pump, because it's really kind of a hassle and an inconvenience to prop it up, simply because they can get off balance pretty easily, and it makes it hard to put it up on a surface, because when you do the spin, it can, just like a normal washer, how it can kind of shake sometimes when you first start it. Well, the mini washers do the same thing, and if you have it propped up, it could fall, hurt someone, or break, or whatever. So it would be nice to have the built-in drain pump. However, that being said, you do not need it. I've been doing mine just fine without it. It works just fine, but I would like to have that convenience. The price difference is about $50 or $60, so that is a big number, especially if you're diapering on a budget. But if you don't have a washer and you want a cloth diaper and you want to still save some money, these two are good options. Now, I have a couple of cheaper options. So these are more, I would say, well, one is a camp style washer. And the camp style washer that I found is called the Wonder Wash, and it costs about $50. It doesn't require any electricity like the previously mentioned ones, but it also doesn't spin. It doesn't have a spin out cycle, so you can't drain you can drain the water, but you can't spin them out so that they're less damp, and then you have to wring them out by hand. And that's something that I really have not enjoyed about washing this week, is having to wring my diapers out by hand. So if you have arthritis or pain in your hands or wrists, or you can't wring them out, you don't want to wring them out, you have dry hands, eczema, psoriasis, whatever the case may be, this would not be a good option, but at $50, it would get your diapers clean. And it's like a crank, and you have to like crank it around and around and around and around to get, you know, agitation. So it is a little more hands-on, and it does take a little more time, but I think for $50, it's totally doable. And I think that if it was my only option, I would still cloth diaper with this. So I will put a picture of it up here and a link to it down below. So my last washing suggestion is another portable washer, but it requires electricity, and that is the Best Choice Products top loading washer. It's pretty small from what I've seen. I don't own one, but I've seen videos. It's relatively small. You probably would have to do 2 loads for a day's worth of laundry. I'm not totally sure. It may be a little bigger, so you might be able to get a whole day's worth of laundry in it. But if not, 2 loads really isn't a big deal, especially if your only other option is coin-operated laundry or nothing. So, it does look a little bit smaller, but it has a spin cycle. So it's just one. It's not a twin tub. It's a regular, just one tub. You put your clothes in and you do the wash cycle, and then you take them out and set them aside and put the spin basket in, and then you put your clothes back in the spin basket, and it spins them out and drains the water so that they're damp when you hang them, not soaking wet, and you didn't have to wring them out by hand. And of course, I will put a picture up here and a link down below. But that will retail for about $50 plus tax, and that is a really good option as well, I think. So all of these washers, I believe, would get your diapers clean enough to use. I don't think that you would have stinks or stains or mineral buildup or whatever once you get a solid wash routine. And I definitely think that these are some good options. The biggest thing that you'll have to decide between is if you want a built-in drain pump or if you want to prop up your washer. Unless you have a walk-in shower, in which case you can just lay the hose into the walk-in shower, and that will do the trick. You need to decide if you want a twin tub, so if you want one that washes and one that spins, because mine washes and spins, and it can do both at the same time, but mine doesn't have the drain pump, so that's the downside to mine. But if you want the 2 tubs so that you can maybe get more done at one time, and if you want a spinner, because if you don't want a spinner, then you could do the Wonder Wash, but you do have to do that one by hand, and it's the same price as the electric one that spins. So unless you don't have electricity or are wanting something for camping with cloth diapers or camping with laundry, then I would probably do the Best Choice electric one. And then you need to decide what works in your price point and what works for your body. So some of these are very hands-off. The Wonder Wash and mostly just the Wonder Wash. You have to sit there and crank it, and that's fine if it's your only option or if that's what you want to do, or if you don't have electricity. It's a great option, but it's not a great option for everyone, especially if you have sore muscles or arthritis. It's not going to be fun to sit there and crank a washer, especially to wash diapers, because they are heavily soiled and you need to make sure you're getting them clean. So you have a few options, and they're all great options, and I hope that this video could help some of you kind of find an alternative washing solution to either coin laundry, or even if you just want, something small to do your diapers in that you're not washing your other clothes in, if that bothers you, or if you are in a place where you don't have washing and drying at all, this can hook up in a bathroom. I lived in a hotel and I used mine. So I just hooked it up to the sink and I would let it wash, and I never had any issues. It never did any damage. It never became an issue. The people below us didn't hear it. They weren't bothered by it. So, or if they were, they never complained, or we never got any issues. So It's pretty quiet. It's fairly affordable compared to washing machines, and I think that it cleans just as well. So I hope this helped you out, and I will have links down below. And if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a like, and I hope you subscribe. I hope you subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.